Neighbourhood policing has come a long way since the days of Dixon of Dock Green.
Good evening, all.
From inner city estates to suburbia, this new generation of community police officers are on the front line. Their aim is to develop a stronger bond with the community.
Have you had any problems then over the last week?
Crack down on the crimes taking place on their doorstep.
Have you been drinking tonight? No. Where's your speech sled then?
Formulate fast action plans to take down the criminals.
Not too careful.
Who do you think you are?
In this new series of Neighbourhood Blues, we go to the Humberside police region and get exclusive access to 24 teams of neighbourhood police officers.
You'll do us, mate.
As they tackle the problems blighting local people.
You're now under arrest on suspicion of possession with intent to supply a controlled drug.
And rise to the challenge of making the streets a safer place. Coming up, a potentially dangerous menace goes on the run.
At the moment you're under arrest for shop theft, threats to kill and breach of your antisocial behaviour order, OK?
The team go on a crime-fighting spree following a spate of burglaries.
Anyone can still break into the house. It's just the amount of effort they've got to go through to get in.
And the police try and keep the peace on a night out on the town.
Face that way if you're going to be sick. I don't want it on my boots.
A key to good neighbourhood policing is making the team's presence felt in towns and villages across the country. Putting hundreds of bobbies back on the beat has received the full backing of the public. And as we're about to find out, it's a great way to warn off troublemakers and take fast action when a problem gets out of control. Across the country, over 30,000 community officers take to the streets every day, clocking up a soul-shredding 50,000 miles between them on beat walks.
There are a lot of police community support officers, good relations with all the people in the community, local businesses, schools and children and that sort of thing. I think they've prevented quite a lot of crime.
Have a very good relationship with our local PCSO.
And I think it needs the community support as well as the police.
That's right.
And together that makes a good team.
Yeah.
We work predominantly in uniform, high visibility, in an overt manner to let people know that we are there. And it's not just to let the communities know, it's also to let the offenders, you know, the people that are causing those issues, we will go and knock on their doors. We will tell them that they will be subject to extra scrutiny by the police and that scrutiny will continue until they stop causing misery to the local residents.
The neighbourhood teams also hold regular surgeries and meetings so problems can be discussed openly and solutions found.
Vehicle crime is down nearly half.
All in all, this is one neighbourhood police force that is big on community and big on cutting the causes of crime.
I think neighbourhood policing is without doubt the way forward.
As well as hitting the streets to solve problems that can blight local areas, neighbourhood police teams are on hand 24/7 to respond to any emergency call for help. Over at Pearson Park Station, PC Martina Akril has just taken a call from the manager of a local supermarket. They have reported that a suspect was spotted stealing meat from the refrigerator aisle. When confronted by a security guard, he was alleged to have made a threat to kill. From the information supplied, Martina can make a positive ID on the man. The man has no permanent address, but moves between friends and family.
You and Sarah are going to go that way?
Martina has a hunch that he may be hiding out at a friend's house, so the team head over there.
Hi, sorry to bother you. I've been given this address. We're after him, apparently he's friends with who lives here.
I had seen him for days, me.
Have you not?
No.
Has he been staying here at all?
No, because I'm not really here, really, because...
You're not really here?
No, because I'm all over.
Right, okay. Do you mind if we come in and make sure he's not here now? Is that all right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you. Is there anybody else in the house?
No.
The man they find at the address claims he doesn't live there and is just couch surfing. Despite claiming that the suspect has never been there, Martina is taking no chances and decides to search the property. One room in particular arouses the team's suspicion.
Stinks of cannabis in it.
Not least of all because of the potent smell emanating from it.
Cannabis.
Where's that been growing then?
Whilst the wanted man isn't hiding there, questions still need to be answered about the cannabis that has been discovered.
Whose is this plant?
That plant.
Cannabis plant.
I didn't know nothing about that. It's most probably is or something, because his things are downstairs.
Is this where you've been sleeping?
That's where I've been sleeping, yeah. This is my first day back.
The couch surfer is questioned, but continues to deny all knowledge of the illegal drugs.
You don't smell it as soon as you walk through the door?
I smelt something, but I was actually checking, and I was like, me, when I come in after a drink, I just get in my bed and go to sleep.
Has been staying here then?
I came 2 days ago, and I came in, and I was like, who's that in my bed? And then I just walked downstairs and just went to sleep down there. So.
Where's now?
She's been in town because she hasn't even been back since yesterday.
Is she with?
I don't know. Don't have a clue.
Don't know, or you don't want to tell me?
No, I actually don't know because she rang me at 1:45 this morning, going, gone missing or something.
Right. Have you got any way of getting hold of her to ask her if she knows where gone? Have you seen him here this morning? No.
No. Oh, I was asleep. I woke up at 4:30, him banging, and I looked out the window, and it was him. And then he was on the phone to someone, saying, oh, I'm on my way back. So I don't know if he was going back into town, going to his mum's or not.
Okay.
The mini crop of cannabis is removed, but the police decide not to bring any charges in relation to it. Martina and the team leave the property, but their search for the man continues. As we find out later, the wanted man may still be on the run, but the neighbourhood team are soon closing in on him. It's Saturday night, and the neighbourhood team are gearing up for a busy night shift. But for all their new approach to policing, neighbourhood teams across the country still have to be there to deal with age-old problems such as rowdy revellers.
But obviously in town on, say, Saturday, Friday nights, you get quite a few people just walking around a bit too drunk and starting to urinate in places and get a bit rowdy.
I was assaulted on a night out last week. I was punched in the face and had to go to hospital, and then gave a police statement the following morning.
If you do see anybody acting in any manner whatsoever which you think is going to relate to alcohol-related violence, please use the Section 27 as quick as we possibly can. Let's get them outside the city centre.
A Section 27 order gives the police the power to move on and bar anyone they believe who has the potential to cause alcohol-related disorder from a specific area for anything up to 48 hours. These orders are proven very successful in curbing alcohol-related antisocial behaviour in the city centre.
OK, everyone happy? Any questions?
The team will be patrolling in pairs, and tonight Gareth will be working alongside fellow neighbourhood officer Kat.
We're working Hull City Centre tonight on a public order patrol on Saturday night. Myself and colleague Kat have been given the responsibility for George Street tonight and Position nightclub, biggest nightclub that we've got in Hull. So it'll get busy later on. There's Hull City fans out tonight and Crawley football fans after there's been a football game at home today where Hull City lost. there's some intelligence that there's groups of fans mixing in the pubs, etc., which may lead to spontaneous violence later. So see if we can quell that before it starts.
With hundreds of people out in the city's many bars and clubs, they are expecting tonight to be a busy one.
So tonight might be the busiest weekend so far after Christmas. Football match mixed in as well, so we'll see how we go for numbers tonight.
As well as keeping an eye on the streets, Gareth and Kat work closely with local bar staff.
Can we have your printout sheet? Your duty sheet or something? And part of our public order duty is to check that all the door staff are registered, they're all wearing their SIA badges that qualify them to work in a security industry such as these. Clubs here very kindly provide us with their printout of what staff they've got on for the night, all SIA badge numbers, full details, etc. So if we need to speak to anybody, we know that they were on duty tonight.
The crowds are in high spirits, and public order patrols like this are the ideal opportunity for the team to build relations with the general public.
Thank you.
All right, no problem. Yeah, it's all taken in good humour, really. We're actively encouraged, really, to engage with the public on public order nights, shake people's hands, have photos taken with them, let them wear our hats and things like that. Keeps the public on side and shows them that we're only human after all, we're only doing a job, so there's no reason to be negative towards them, really. You might as well engage with them, you're out for 8 hours.
As well as foot patrols, the team work alongside the council's CCTV control centre, who alert them to anything suspicious they capture on camera.
We're just going to make our way over back to Position nightclub now. There's been a call via the city CCTV system that's on a radio link with all the door staff around the town saying that there's a possible group of males that have, I think, been refused entry at the front of the nightclub, and there's possibilities of some tensions rising. So we'll go across, fly the flag, and see if we can sort of quash the trouble before it starts. Right, okay. Why, what's the problem?
Because four of us tried coming in.
Yeah.
Because there's 4 of us, we aren't allowed in.
Right, okay. Let's have a look at the staff and I'll try and get a reason as to why, all right?
We don't want them in.
They don't want them in?
We don't want them in.
Okay, not a problem.
We made a good call. We turn hundreds of people away. We don't get that reaction. That proves. What if someone what if someone knocked in a bar? That's how I would react if someone knocked into them at the bar. It would react like that, wouldn't it?
It's important that they disperse the situation. It's estimated that each year alcohol contributes to over 1 million violent crimes in England. So Gareth and Kat try to calm the lads down while they wait for backup to arrive.
Get on the road and get away.
Why are you pushing me? I haven't done
Ben drinking a lot. Like I say, you've been in an altercation with the door staff.
Backup arrives and they manage to get the man in the police van. He's refusing to cooperate, so Gareth issues him with a Section 27 order.
I'm not saying you've been violent, but the door staff have made a complaint, there's been an altercation, and that's that.
That's pure pathetic. What is not an order?
But outside the van, Kat's having similar problems with the man's brother and has no option but to also issue him with a Section 27 order.
We're only going in there for a couple of drinks and going home. That's a lot.
Right, can I ask you for a signature here? It's a question, just to say that you checked your details and you understand that you've got to leave the city centre.
No wonder the country's up, is it? No wonder whatsoever.
You've got about 12 to leave.
I'm going, all right, I'm going.
Marvellous. As you can see, one of the brothers was quite amenable to it. He took the detail. The other one wanted to argue, didn't seem to want to listen, wanted his point across but wouldn't listen to our side of the story. But eventually he's been issued with the notice, which he refused to sign. He's now making his way out of the town centre after being told the conditions of that, being issued with a map. The CCTV system from the city is going to follow these males out of the town centre. If they don't leave by the time that we've given them, which is a 20-minute period, then they will be arrested and put before a next available court.
Back on patrol, Gareth and Kat soon come across another group of partygoers who attract their attention. This time, it's a group of cousins who aren't getting on.
A family feud.
She can't get in position because she's banned, that's why. And we was going to go in there.
Yeah.
And she said to us, oh, go on then, you go in there, we'll go home.
Right.
Right, and she's gone home.
Yep. So where are you going now?
Let's get something to eat.
With her?
Yeah. No, not with her.
Right, okay.
Now she's walking off.
Okay.
They begin to move on, but the argument continues, causing Gareth to act as a peacemaker.
Oh, mate, sort it out.
Sort air out. Sort air out. We're at a
First aid kit.
No, what is I know. We say that.
Good. You alright to go home without your friends?
Yes.
Okay.
No, well, I want air anyway.
Which one?
Which one? I want air. Can you please take it off her?
Are you going home with her?
Yes. You take it off her. I'm going home.
Take what off her? It's on me, don't worry. Are you all going home together?
No more arguing. Oh my God.
With the girls safely on their way home, Gareth and Kat head back out on patrol, and it's not long before another challenge comes their way.
Do you want an ambulance for her? Yes, please.
Burglary remains one of the most worrying crimes for residents in the UK. Last year, over 1 million people were burgled.
We had some people break into the flats that I live in and steal some laptops and things like that. There's also a lot of people getting bikes stolen, people coming out and cutting the chains and whatever they've got to lock up the bikes.
It's general knowledge, obviously you hear things from other people as well, and you see the statistics and the flyers from the police, so you've got to be aware, particularly making sure that you lock your doors and you lock your cars.
But in Humberside, the police are constantly looking for new ways to catch thieves. Today, PCSO Sam Gregory and the team are checking out a house that has been targeted by burglars.
Well, that was out before.
So he's pushed them boards up.
Last night, Sam was called to the property when word came through that a burglar had struck again. The police have been keeping a watch on the house because it had been burgled previously whilst the owner was away.
Obviously, we've realised that the house was being targeted, and as a team we've worked trying to find somebody that's obviously breaking in.
Although the house is currently still unoccupied, it's been boarded up to try and protect it. But that has still not stopped people trying to get in.
They've kicked the door in that much that they actually took it off. The door jambs, the whole door jamb's gone in with it.
But the person who broke in last night was in for a surprise. They were caught on camera. The house was rigged with a night vision camera and a silent alarm linked to the police station, meaning the team were alerted to the break-in and were able to be on the scene within minutes. The burglar had arrived at the house on a bike, but was forced to abandon it and flee on foot.
We believe to be his bike and the point of entry into the ground. The sergeant that's found the bike is going to book it in as an exhibit, and we'll go from there.
So the CCTV has been checked, what we were talking about earlier, which has helped them find where the bike is and his
Right, we'll follow up to They've looked at the CCTV. It shows one male come down, so he's been on his own. He's dumped his bike, and the alarm's gone off.
In the house?
In the house.
As more and more police arrive on the scene, it's not long before the thief goes from being caught on camera to captured by a copper in the bushes and shipped straight to the custody suite.
Like I say, until somebody actually moves in and permanently lives in here, it's going to be a house that's targeted. It's through teamwork within Humberside that we've caught this particular gent.
Catching criminals is one way of cutting crime, but just as important is putting together crime prevention advice for the public. Burglaries in the Humberside region have dropped significantly due to proactive community policing. Whilst the neighbourhood teams are there to solve crimes, they are also there to try and prevent them from happening in the first place. In Hull, Hazel and Gus are taking to the streets offering security advice to the local community.
Today's the day of our crime reduction initiative. It's following the letter drop we did a few days ago, and just to go around and offer people some free crime prevention advice. Back end of last year, we was asked to identify our problem area for a crime reduction initiative, and there had been a few shed burglaries on the area that we're going to.
The team have already done a mail drop to local residents, and now they've come back to speak to them directly.
And talk to them about security code in other property, shed alarms, postcode in the cycles, and anything else we can help them with.
Gus is also making a reassurance visit to a lady that recently had her shed broken into.
On my birthday last year, the shed's actually got broken into.
Yeah.
And they stole my son's
bicycle. All right. Is your shed alarm also monitored?
Gus has an alarm for Lisa that can help protect her property in future.
A learn button, and all you have to do is to take the screw out. I believe it's up here.
Thought it was quite good, yeah, especially as I'd had a break-in last year into the shed and someone had stolen my son's bike, so I was quite pleased really, so I could protect the other 3 now.
Gus also sets to work putting some security markings on the family's bicycles, which can help identify them should they ever get stolen.
What I'm doing is actually I'm finding a space which is going to be most suitable to actually engrave the postcode and the house number on.
And Lisa is a big supporter of the whole neighbourhood police initiative.
I do like the fact that I see him about because my son, obviously he's 15, so when he's out and about and, you know, I like him to be in bar 10. But it's just nice to see, I often see them walking about, so it's nice really.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for yours.
All right, a pleasure.
Morning, I'm Hazel, one of your local PCS.
The team have highlighted the areas with property crime, but local residents like Dave have already started to put their own security measures in place.
Big though. Yeah. Just before Christmas, there was a couple of shed burglaries on here. Yeah. Luckily, we got most of the property back and a couple of people did get locked up. But obviously, it just highlighted on our crime maps this was a problem area, which is why we're doing this. Yeah. There's a new system called
And it seems that these types of visits do make residents more crime conscious.
Since I've been here, I'm aware of my local community, neighbours, etc., having crime from sheds and such, so that's made me more aware and more conscious and take better precautions with my own property.
And Dave's gone a step further, installing cameras that link to his phone and laptop.
So again, that's the one looking down the drive. If you could take care of everything you've got and make sure that it's as hard as it can be, you can never say you won't get burgled, because anyone can still break into the house. It's just the amount of effort they've got to go through to get in.
It's been a morning well spent, spreading the word on crime prevention.
Really well, really pleased with that.
Yes.
I think it was 10 full surveys, sort of gardens, bit of advice in the house, and got to speak to some lovely people that we don't normally see.
Yep, three cycles marked.
Yeah, I've got you an appointment for tomorrow as well to do some more, another 2. So, yeah, great.
That's grand.
Back in Hull city centre, new Section 27 powers are being used to keep revellers in check.
The fairly new power what the government's give to police officers within the boundaries of the law by banning people from an area and using it in different courses during our day-to-day work, as in prostitutes, so we deal with.
Yeah, 4-1, can you just confirm central for the breach of Section 27? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, from 2-1. Can you confirm that ours was already...
Whilst most people are happy to have a good night out,
come here.
Some people are just looking for trouble, like this man, who has already been banned from the centre of the city for Section 27 public order offences the previous night.
Oh, you start being struggling. Well, you're under arrest at the moment for breaching Section 27 dispersal order, OK?
I don't know.
Just 1 second.
Encircling Hull city centre is a controlled drinking zone. The man has been found drunk within its confines.
Hey! You're back in, Callie, take the cuffs off, man.
You can't take your cuffs off, no, you're under arrest, mate.
For what?
Don't be silly. If you stop wriggling, they won't cut into your hands, will they?
They're burning hands now.
They're doing what?
Burning hands.
Burning?
Yeah.
They're not, look, I can get... If you'd left town when you was giving your order, you won't be in this situation.
I'm not in town now, am I?
This is the city centre.
This isn't town.
It's Silver Street.
It's not town now. This isn't town.
So...
Smash your
You won't be smashing anybody's head in.
He is in an inebriated state and begins to struggle, causing the police to restrain him. But it's not long before the van is on the scene, meaning he can be taken into custody.
Hey, put me on.
Go on.
There
you go then. Hey. 1 foot at a time. In you go then. Come Come on, then.
Come away. Hey, the cap's there, right? I want me out there. Put the camera. Come on. Put the camera away.
When Alan gets him back to the station, there is a nasty surprise in store when the man steps out of the van.
Put the camera away, man. I want me out. I want me out.
As he continues to spit, Alan takes some direct action to ensure the man keeps his mouth shut.
If you spit, you going to stop spitting?
Yeah.
Are you going to spit or not?
Yeah.
Pack it in spitting then.
Alright.
So go straight back over.
I am
Stop
dumb. I'm
resisting
dumb.
and trying to get away. You've been... Come on, my fella.
Booked in, the man is taken to the cells, but not without continuing to put up a fight.
Look at that on the wall here. On the wall. Oh, look at this, man.
With the man banged up, Alan now has to write up his report detailing the offences the man has committed.
Reiterated to him and he said he fully understood the area. He was given 5 minutes to leave. It's Connolly, I'll do Owen Sergeant. It's PC Cowley from Queen's Gardens. Hello there. Breach of Section 27 is in the cells at Queen's. Absolutely battered, so that'll be tomorrow. Yeah, he's well morning. Yeah, he's out of it, so definitely a bit later on tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much. Cheers, bye-bye. That's him booked in.
It's another drunken, disorderly reveller off the streets of Hull.
Just wants an all in it, green tab, and we're good to go. We're good to go.
The spitting man was found guilty of breaching the Section 27 notice. He was given a 6-month conditional discharge and a £50 fine. Every neighbourhood division in the Humberside police area is run by an inspector. Like all of his officers, Inspector Bill Grieve has a particular passion for community police work.
Of course, neighbourhood policing teams, we deal with lower level crimes. If you actually go around and ask people what annoys them most, as you find there, it's dog fouling, littering, and antisocial behaviour.
Drinking alcohol in a no drinking
I wasn't
zone.
drinking, I was listening for you.
CCTV have seen you doing
Well, look at
this.
this.
Neighbour disputes,
It's like she's deliberately doing it.
and also problems in schools.
You're going to stay at home this afternoon, and you start tomorrow morning, yeah?
Bill has witnessed firsthand the difference community policing has made.
I've been a police officer for 29 years, and I've been a neighbourhood inspector for 6 years, and it's been some of the best service I've had in the police force. And, definitely the way we've got it working in this city, and it's a great place to be, it really is, but primarily we're made up of police community support officers.
PCSOs are the frontline face of community policing, and Sam Gregory holds regular surgeries to listen to the public.
How well she's known in the community, and she's got a fantastic rapport, and the fact that you only get out of her surgery what you put into it. She could have just sat there and expected people to come to see her, which wouldn't necessarily occur. But as they walked into the shop, which had a good footfall, which is a great location, she sparked up a conversation with the people, and that made them want to speak to her. And they told her what was going on in the state and the problems that they were facing. Perhaps information that we wouldn't necessarily have got. We've always expected people to come to us, and they won't necessarily do so. So now we've got to up our game, really, and go to them.
Some people have complained in the past that PCSOs are not as effective as fully fledged police, but recently things have changed.
In some parts of the country, with police community support officers, unfortunately, have got some very bad press, but they haven't had the full range of powers that our police community support officers have. They've got everything that the government entitled them to, and if they'd give them more, we'd probably give them those as well. The police community support officers, it's just tremendous the knowledge that they've gained, because they can identify people. They know who they are. There's no anonymity in the community anymore.
Over at Pearson Park Police Station, the police have launched a manhunt to track down a man alleged to have threatened a supermarket security guard. He is of no fixed address, and their search for him has so far only turned up dead ends.
Has he been staying here at all?
No, because I'm not really here.
But the team are now heading over to his mother's house, an address he is known regularly to frequent. His mother is innocent of committing any offence, but the police hope she may be able to help.
Keys in the door. It's police. Hi, is it come to see if here?
He's not here.
Is he not? Do you mind if we come in and check?
Come here.
The man's mother fully cooperates with the police, but she doesn't have any leads that will help them find him.
He was supposed to hand himself in yesterday
Yeah,
at
and
4
he didn't.
o'clock.
He didn't.
I don't know where he is. I was just going to ring him now.
Is he not
He's just
on?
ringing and ringing. Oh, God.
Do you know where he might be staying? Where does he go, or what about mates? Has he mentioned any mates to you?
No. But I can reassure you he is not here.
All right, we'll leave you to it then.
All right.
Thank you for your help. Cheers. Thank you. If we get information to say he's come back here, then we might do. But I mean, even if he rings you this morning and he tells you where he is, then obviously let us know.
Then I'll just ring you.
All right.
All right then.
All right, thank you very much.
cheers.
Take care. Bye.
With the list of properties the team believe he may be staying at all drawing a blank, the team draws up a new search plan. They decide to target pubs the man is known to drink at. A trawl of a number of city centre drinking haunts sees them once again meeting a dead end.
All right, I'll just leave him my details in case he comes in anyway.
They are about to call it a day when an anonymous tip-off tells them the man is drinking at a show bar in the city centre.
Fantastic. Thank you. We're in now apparently pub, which is just down the road, and then they're going to pub shortly. Gonna go to yeah.
Not wanting to give him the chance of drinking up and escaping, they head straight to the venue. On entering, they are told the suspect is in the toilets and they make a beeline to arrest him. The wanted man is found hiding in a cubicle. He is quickly cuffed and read his rights.
Whilst we're here, I'm going to stick the handcuffs on you.
At the moment, you're under arrest for shop theft, threats to kill, and breach of the antisocial behaviour order, okay? You do not have to say anything but may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later learn in court. Anything you do say may be given evidence. Do you understand that?
Yeah, nothing to it.
Alright, do that, darling. Alright.
Do you have anything on you that you shouldn't have? No.
Nothing in your pockets, no
I need to
sharps.
give you a cursory search just to check that you haven't got anything that's going to harm yourself or either my colleagues, alright? I'm just going to tighten them handcuffs.
What am I being done for threats to kill for?
Well, I can't discuss it with you. You'll be spoken to about it on interview, alright?
The man seemed surprised that the team were able to track him down.
No, but really, how did you know I was here? Is this going to be dealt with today then?
Should be, all the paperwork's done. You haven't got any knives or anything on you like that, have you?
I ain't got nothing.
You've had stuff like that on you before, haven't you?
No, I ain't had no knives.
Thought you had.
What?
Thought you had in the past.
No.
Just your phone. Lighter. Right, happy with that for now.
With the checks completed, the man is now ready to be taken away into custody. Back at the station, the man will be questioned about the incident at the supermarket and the police will decide if any charges are to be brought. On the way out, he gives his girlfriend a last kiss goodbye. The relentless searching for the man paid off, showing just how determined and tenacious the neighbourhood team can be when it comes to getting their man. The man received 6 months imprisonment for the offences of shoplifting, breach of an ASBO and the commission of another offence. No further action was taken in relation to the threats to kill that were alleged to have been made to the security guard. Across the country, the neighbourhood teams try to ensure that a good night out doesn't turn bad.
A drunk guy just tried to
pushed me around, and I just avoided him. Didn't want to get into any fight. But yeah, I mean, especially on a Friday and Saturday nights, after late nights, you face the problem, the fear in the town.
If you're coming out of a club and these clashes occur, sort of lead to violence, then I think just having the police on the streets, often helps to quell these issues.
Fighting, arguing, swearing, rolling around on the floor, being sick, making a toilet of the place.
Gareth and Kat's patrol leads them to finding a woman who is seriously inebriated.
Got an ambulance for her?
Yes, please. Can we
You just got her a sec, I'll just tell him to pack it in.
Hotel Ibis, please.
Both the girl and her boyfriend are intoxicated, but Gareth and Kat need to make sure it's just alcohol that's to blame.
Is it just drink she's had tonight, or has she had any drugs, anything like that?
She's drunk.
Just drunk?
Yeah.
Does she normally drink?
Sometimes, but
Okay.
out of, like,
What's her name?
Fella, she's drunk, she's not dying, you're not going to lose her. All right? You both just had a little bit too much to drink, haven't you?
Gareth thinks the girl needs to see a doctor.
She'll probably have to go off to hospital.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
Where have you come from for the night? Where do you live?
Sutton.
In where? No problem. I'll speak to you when you've thrown up.
Stay there for me.
You all right, mate? Yeah? Face that way if you're going to be sick. I don't want it on my boots.
The pair have clearly overindulged this evening, and their health is the top concern. Gareth is taking no chances, so radios through for an ambulance to take the girl to hospital.
Okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you very much.
That's quite all right.
For Gareth, scenes like this are an all too common occurrence.
Yes, please, we best have an ambulance to the backside of... It is, yeah, it's very common to see people highly intoxicated, unable to stand, unable to make their own way home. They leave themselves open to criminal offences, being robbed, being assaulted, things like that. They just drink to excess, really, and that girl there doesn't really drink, so she's had too much than what her body can cope with, and it's just reacted badly with her.
Within minutes, the paramedics are on scene.
This is a female here from out of town, staying at the Ibis Hotel, had, as you can probably tell, way too much alcohol. Unsure whether she's taking anything else at the moment. Friend says she's not on any medication.
Yes.
As his girlfriend is taken away, the man puts in a cheeky request.
Ibis Hotel, please.
Again?
Ibis Hotel.
Well, they're not going to take you to the Ibis, right? They're not a taxi. They'll be taking her to Hull Royal. They're not a taxi service, they're a very busy ambulance service at a cost every time an ambulance is deployed for somebody that's intoxicated rather than dealing with a more serious incident. But unfortunately for them, we don't adhere to their request.
As the couple are taken away in the ambulance, Gareth receives an update on the girl's condition from the paramedics.
They've said that it does just appear to be the amount of alcohol that she's consumed in the night, not being able to withstand it in her body. They've taken her off to Hull Royal now on Blues and Twos, where she'll be booked in and she'll remain for the evening and get assessed there, and she'll be discharged at some point in the morning. Big headache, that's the only medical problem she'll have in the morning.
As we've already seen, the neighbourhood teams deal with the problems excessive alcohol consumption can cause on a daily basis. In Humberside, they've decided not to just tackle it on the streets, but take the issue into the classroom. Today, Sergeant Jim Main has come to the Frederick Goff School to speak to a class of youngsters.
Today, he's going to be talking to you about community policing, really, and why and how the police deal with certain things.
Okay, good morning. I'm Sergeant James Main. I'm Neighbourhood Sergeant for Scunthorpe South. What sort of actions and what sort of roles do you think we play in the community? Young people are well-behaved, nice young people, but you do get a small proportion, as you do in adults, that cause us issues and cause us problems. But drinking on the streets is a big one.
The blurry goggles are there to show kids how drink can dull your senses and make you unaware of what you're doing, which can easily lead to getting into trouble with the police.
Hello, there's people with weird glasses on outside my house.
If you can find it.
Jim gets the young lad to step into the copper's shoes and asks him how he would deal with a bunch of drunken youths hanging outside someone's house.
I'm going to talk to the householder, see what all the problems are, and then I'm going to speak to the kids outside, ask them to move on, and if they don't move on, then I'll get someone to forcibly move them on.
Right, so you can always call for backup, you're absolutely right. You go and speak to those young people first.
Jim explains that even with troublemakers, the police have to exercise care and caution.
We've got a complaint against that you've been causing some loud noises and chucking.
We've got a duty of care, OK? That gentleman there could well step out into the traffic.
And the whole community policing approach is a message the kids seem to pick up on and engage with.
It makes you show what they're really like. They can give you support, like if you're drunk, they don't just send you off and everything. They can help you home and help your parents.
Most people think police are just in the way all the time, but they're actually helping the community.
I think we need to give Sergeant Main a round of applause.
The visit has gone down well and is another example of the neighbourhood police team forging new ties with even the youngest members of the community. Day and night, the neighbourhood teams are working to make the streets a safer place, but trouble is never far away. And how fast they react to it and the results they score determines if they continue to get the support of the local residents. Coming up next time. The neighbourhood team try to keep the streets free from teenage drinkers.
He's asked you all to leave the city centre and not come back here tonight. All right.
The fight against suspected drug dealers selling the hard stuff from home continues.
It feels to be about 4 ounces there, Matt. What's the current value?
And a wave of burglaries sees the police taking action to catch the thieves and reassure the public.
Something trying to get in and then broke the lock up.